Welcome back. It is Sunday, I don't know, 2 o'clock almost. I am here in the studio. I just brought all of my pieces over from the kiln and I've been prepping clay because I want to throw some stuff this week in addition to launching my shop, which sounds like very divided attention, but it's just the way it goes. I realize after I finish this batch, like, oh my, I need more stuff. And I know that's a good problem, but it still just means I have to do multiple things at once, which really is just running your own small business. But today I'm pulling out some mason stains because that is my next fun thing that I am diving into, and it will be the summer gift for those who are in my wonky tonk club. So if you want to join, you could join just for summer, or you could join for summer, fall, and winter. They're on my website. But yeah, I have never played with mason stains before, but I think it could be really fun. And I'm just gonna color up these pieces that I've prepped and wedge the blue in there. I think I'm gonna do some where it's completely wedged in and some where it's a little bit marbled, and then see how I like it. I'm just gonna play a guessing game with how much to put in there, and I know most people wouldn't do that, but I love the surprise of it all. And that's what I'm working on. So welcome to this vlog. It'll be a mixture of shop update and throwing and just, yeah, doing the small business thing. So thank you, and I'm gonna get to it. I'm very excited. It feels like playing in the sandbox. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna put some water around the area and probably put a mask on so that I don't get all this dust in my lungs. I like them too much. That is it for now. I wedged up enough to make the cups that I want to make, and then I have another thing to add to it later. I might try, I think I'm gonna make cup and saucer, and I think for the saucer, I might try painting on the stain, like mixing up the stain with one of my clear glazes and seeing how that looks. I don't know, I just want to experiment and mess around with staining things and see how I like it. So that was fun. Definitely hard to tell if I have enough. I might even add some more blue at some point, but for now that feels good, and I'll probably do that later in the week. I'm gonna go head home. I have to go get some shipping supplies to send out the first wonky tonk gift, and then also just get stuff for my hopefully handful of orders on Friday when I launch my shop. That was a good few hours of work, and now to bid this place farewell. almost 10 o'clock. I am gonna go. Oh, it's just after 10. I'm gonna go take a little walk, just since I've been sitting at my wheel for a little while now. I was able to get 20 pieces out, and I feel really good about that. Just a mixture of things so that I can kind of start building up stock for just selling in all the places. I feel like I'm constantly running out of stuff, and I definitely felt that after I unloaded the kiln on Friday, and I just don't want to feel that way anymore. So I'm trying to implement like more frequent throughout the week 20 piece throwing sessions, and hopefully that will lead to a bunch of stuff that I can at least have bisqued and always ready and waiting for me to glaze whenever necessary. Since I do make a lot of like one of a kind stuff, that does make it a little trickier, but I try and just mess around with different shapes that feel good as I'm throwing and go from there. So I'm glad I got that done. Glad I got in here earlier. I only have taking pictures of everything as my other goal for today. And I think that is definitely doable. If I could leave here in a couple hours, I'll be so happy. So yeah, I'm trying to like work more, but also still preserve my energy. And I think that is definitely a tricky game to play, but taking breaks, walking, starting earlier, going to the gym, all those things have been helpful. So let's keep that up. Need to go wash all of the clay off of me and get some steps in. See you soon for photos. Good morning. It is Tuesday now, almost 8:30. I came in around 7 to trim, as you saw, and now I'm just taking some more pictures of everything before I head back home. I will probably be back later when it's like a little sunnier, but I figured I could get some fun just around the studio shots of everything to make as the first photo in all of the listings. I kind of just want them all to be a little bit different and then save the more plain backdrop ones so you can, as the other photos, so you can see the real life colors and all those things. So yeah, that's what I'm doing now. And that's all I have to say. Hello, welcome to Tuesday afternoon. And we just got some boxes delivered, so I'm just making sure they're correct. I got some smaller ones for some of my smaller pieces. And I think that's a perfect box. And then some bigger ones as well. Probably won't open these just so that I can keep them contained. What did I get? Oh, I got 6 by 6 by 6, which I think should fit most, if not all, of my pieces. And then the longer ones can go in those, and then I still have some bigger ones as well. So that's good news. I thought I ordered bigger ones too, but that's okay. This is probably better, because then I don't have so much space that I have to fill with packing stuff. Yeah, just having a bit of a couch day, putting pictures on my website and getting all of that ready. I finished a blog post. I drafted up my email. I just have to make 2 Instagram posts that I can hopefully schedule so I don't have to think about it. That's the plan for the afternoon. And yeah, that's all I got. Lazy day. But I'm glad this came in so quickly. See you tomorrow. Good morning. You probably can't see me because the sun is not up yet. It's just getting lighter now. I am gonna trim all these bad boys and then kind of rearrange in here. I moved my table to take pictures earlier, and now I kind of want to leave it over here and see how I feel. So I'm gonna move some stuff around and then make that happen. But shop update stuff is going well. I'll update you when the sun is up. Hello. The trimming is done. I just need to take a couple of pictures of these guys because the ones I got for the website, the cropping just didn't feel right. So I'm gonna adjust that. But I did yesterday spend a lot of time listing everything, and I gave everything its own little, instead of keeping them all the same backdrop, I thought it would be fun if they're all different. But yeah, I feel like this one just needs to be a little further away and more centered like the rest of them. But pleased with how the site is looking so far. I'm gonna snap these shots and then head home because I have my husband's car. My new thing has been coming in at 7 and getting home by 9 when he needs to leave for work, and it's been really good to like get something done for the day already before 9 and then be able to have like a chill morning break and then get back to it. So gonna keep that up, and I'll see you later. I might come back and prep some clay. I don't know what I'm gonna do, honestly. I'm not even gonna make something up right now that I should be doing. So yeah, gonna take some pics and head out. Hello from the couch. I didn't have time to put those pictures that I just took on my computer, but I am going to schedule I think I'm going to put the pieces to go live on my site at 10 versus doing the passcode thing because I work on Friday and I don't want to have to unlock the shop while I'm at work, which I think I would have to do. So that feels like a better plan. And that way, my newsletter subscribers will get the email as everything is scheduled to go live, so they'll know first. And then the only way anybody else is going to know is if they just happen on my shop at that time, which I'm okay with because the chances of that are really low. And yeah, so I'm going to schedule these and make sure I have all the like ounces right for each piece, like the approximate that they hold. And then I scheduled my Instagram post. I'll schedule one for tomorrow as well. And I honestly think that's all I need to do for shop update. I then am going to kind of set up a little shipping area so I can start packing the wonky tonk pieces. And then Sarah's going to print some little letters for me to go into the boxes. And then I can schedule those to send. And that's the task for today. Not too much. And I might prep clay so that I can throw tomorrow morning and hopefully be able to finish those after work on Friday. I think I'm going to throw some bud vases, some little hugs, some more big hugs, and some more tumblers possibly. I have it written down somewhere. My curse right now is I keep writing things down in 10 different places, and that's not a good habit to keep up. So trying to break that and keep it all in one spot. That will probably take me a while. Oh wow. Okay, yeah. My checklist for the week is getting shorter and shorter, so that feels good. Hello, good morning, good late morning. As you saw, I was already in here. I did not get time to clean my wheel before I had to leave to get the car back to my husband. But I finished throwing, which is great because I knew I was not going to want to come back and sit back here and throw again. I've been kind of making this like separation in my brain of the work that I sell in shops is also like playful, fun stuff that I'm excited about, but I want it to be like my gateway into the really fun stuff that I'm very excited about that's on my website. Kind of have my website be my home for like the special stuff, and then the shops that I sell in be the home for all of like my more simpler, less, I don't know how I want to phrase that because they're still like my stuff, but just maybe the less time consuming stuff or the less like special one of a kind pieces. Uh, and I think that's been helping me as I'm like kind of production throwing a bunch of different forms that I have been throwing for years. It takes the creative pressure off of me because I've already developed this creative thing and now I just get to do the act of making it. And especially after glazing and taking pictures and getting my site looking how I want it to and like using my creative self in that way, this has been a nice like calm activity to have in the morning where the sun is rising. I'm literally the only one in this vicinity around me and it just feels like very peaceful and almost just like a detox from the very busy, speedy work that I was like having to do to get the photos in and all that stuff. There's just like a lot. And then like also packing up my wonky tonk orders. Like my brain has been very divided. And so to start my day with just like one singular focused task that is creative in the sense that I'm creating something, but the form that I'm making is already established in my head. So I don't have to like literally paint on the wheel like I do when I'm trying something new. And that has been very life-giving for me. And I think I'm just realizing that now. And it's easier for me to make the more simpler, less involved forms when I think of it as a like gateway instead of just like, why am I making this stuff? But I'm making it so that I can have stuff on my shelves that isn't terribly difficult for me to replicate and repeat and like have on hand. And then I can spend like now that I've done this week, that's 40 pieces that I have to add to the kiln, and then next week I can do the play fun stuff. And I think alternating like that, not only does it get me excited because I know next week I can like mess around with the things that I've been thinking about, I also can go into next week feeling very accomplished with what I've already done, knowing that I have the staples needed. So that's just one little win for the week, I guess. And the fact that my shop is pretty much set for tomorrow, also big win. I'll probably double check everything one more time since I'm working tomorrow, so I won't be like live on my computer as people are shopping. I just don't want any like hiccups happening and me not know about it until way later. So just making sure the customer experience is just how I hope it to be. And I'm proud of myself for that. I also signed up to have a little coaching call because I get them for free through my husband's insurance, which is a blessing, privilege, gift. And I want to be able to utilize the things that I get for free. And I think it will be really helpful for me as an artist and also a small business owner to have like an outside party, like a therapist does when you're like navigating emotional things, but just trying to figure out how to better marry the two so that I can make this more sustainable and that I don't need a part-time job and I've figured out my flow to where I can make more money and not feel like I'm burnt out because I'm doing so much work all the time. So that'll be really good. I'm doing that on Friday. Anyways, that's tomorrow. That's crazy. I'm gonna finish cleaning and then probably take a little snack break and then get to glazing. But I will see you tomorrow for the shop update or post shop update. Not expecting a sellout because that's not how my shops go, but I'm hoping that some people buy. My newsletter peeps are actually really loyal fans and I love that. And so I'm hoping that the people that really want my stuff are able to get it. And uh, yeah, thank you for coming along this journey so far. It's definitely been a work heavy week, but I feel really good in this moment, and we're gonna cling to that. See you tomorrow for Shop Update. Did I not film anything over the weekend? Absolutely. Do I regret it? Absolutely not. I was feeling so incredibly grateful for the orders that I received from this shop update. It's always a little surreal when people buy your stuff online, and especially like repeat customers. I just feel very fortunate, lucky, and am happy to be continuing to build this little wonky world of mine and get it to where I hope for it to be. So thank you for supporting me, and if you missed it, there's still some stuff in the shop, and I can't wait to see what the rest of this year holds as far as selling online and just keeping this small business dream alive. So thank you for coming along. I will see you next time.